You only ever known. Y'all the main ones I'm watching on my throne. Created everything, but I called you my own. That land I gave you, put my name on it, my home. Yeah, that's my home. Israel, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. I made a promise, can't nobody take it. I chose to put you above all the nations. Out of your graves, I chose to awaken. We made a covenant, don't you forsake it. Come get protected while they going crazy. Israel, my firstborn, my baby. Israel, my firstborn, my baby. I woke you up in your land of captivity. I do not change, I want you to remember me. Laws and commandments, I gave you the remedy. Go read the testimonies for your memory. I sent them prophets, but you wasn't hearing me. I come to you if you really come near to me. I heard your cry.
Yeah, correct.
It says it in
44.
English. It's Greek. Then
Correct. Because see, now the Greek language, now sometimes we're challenged because people say, well, the Greek, it really messes stuff up. No, it's not perfect. You have to ask yourself the question, who made it happen? We say, well, man, no. Man followed the course of things, but who ultimately made that happen? The Almighty. That's the reason why. And notice the Almighty was wise and intuitive enough, which He is, of course, that He didn't allow it to hold any rudiment in Latin. However, remember, when they got a hold of it, what did they do? They turned the whole book Latin.
No.
But the Lord was saying, no, that's not where I wanted it to go.
The Greek wasn't Latin, though. I didn't.
No,
it wasn't, yeah.
No, Greek is not Latin.
Right.
But Latin is a Roman language, right?
Right.
It's the Italian language. But the reason why it was not meant to be used because it to poor people, to unlearned people, to the disenfranchised, they were cut off. Now you see why, when you look at the time span, that's why time spans are so important. I've got a book that I know you'll be glad to get.
Mm-hmm.
It breaks the time up. I mean, it's remarkable. But let me tell you how great time spans are for you to understand. All the time that now this book was now in Latin, what did it do? No, your book's one.
Oh, I'm looking. I'm
No,
getting
your book's one.
You know what you want to
I
go
have your books, because I told you I'd get those books. That's why you got those.
Yeah, you're right.
But I just told you that there's a book that I have that you haven't yet got.
No, I'm just going just to.
I know what you're going to do. But the smart move would have been wait until after service. On the low, you can't use that word. I'm told. Okay, so on the Bible, see. So you can't use that too. Oh, okay, all right. So I won't use that. So that's the smart.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, you'll notice that the time that the language now was tied up in Latin, where were we?
Hey, we just slaves.
Now remember, by the time remember when the Italians, when the Romans had it, the Romans bastardized the book into the Latin. Remember, it had to be carefully translated out of that because they didn't use that to break it up, to bring it back to the English because the Latin is too complicated and it's not a good language. And that's why they had to get people in who knew Hebrew. That's why when you look in your Zondervan Bible dictionary, it tells you whom they got. They got scholars who were Hebrew, right? Both in the Hebrew and the Aramaic.
Right.
And they got scholars who were also of the Greek.
Right.
And that's how they got it back to a better tongue that could later explain itself and be easily translated into the English. Albeit that English is a very complicated language in and of itself. Right? That's why it was easy for them to mess it up and use words like you'll hear that the heritage will use words in certain areas and say it's a she. Yeah. And they'll even mess up even further and talk about things and say that there is a third person. That's where all that comes from. Where it all comes from. Because in the Greek now, the words are identifiable. And as I explained it just the other day, that even the word the has three implications in the Greek. Because the is either in the male, or it's in the feminine, or it's in the neutral, which is neutral in English. Right? And so those three areas. And that's why when you go back to the Greek now, you can't have a third person. And that's why when you look at that word, it deals only with dunamis, which is where we get the word dynamite from. Power. All right, I'm going to stop there. Yes, sir.
Yeah, one great question, Peter.
Recipe, sir.
In Mark, when you read Mark 34,
Mark, what, sir?
when you said Mark 20:15 and 34,
Yes, sir.
and it said Eloi, Eloi. And then 35, someone standing by me said thought he was calling on Elias. What was wrong with this?
Because there's a similarity, you see, in the word. The similarities in there. Because remember, Aramaic, you see. Maybe down the road we'll hit it up. I mean, look, for instance, when you read verse 20, let's jump back to verse 22, for instance, quickly.
Yes, in Mark 15:22.
Yeah.
And they bring him unto the place Golgotha, which is, being interpreted, the place of a skull.
Again, remember what I said. That's why you see you cannot read a verse in its chapter and just leave it, because it's begging you, look into it even more. Come into it. Let's show you one better. Go to verse 21. Read that.
Yes, sir.
I'll explain 22 in a moment, but go to 21.
Mark 15:21.
Mm-hmm.
And they compel one, Simon, a Syrian.
Right. So even that word itself is letting you know who he was. It's a black man. It's a black man. When you go and you check out the region, the area, and if you have books called New Testament Survey, and you break it down, it pretty much paints the picture for you. You see, and this is their way of trying to balance it and say, well, the Lord died also for black people. Oh yeah. That's why in the movies that they show this black man helping with it. But you see, but the other group, the white supremacy of it all, sees it as a slave. Showing that even with God, we still are in servitude. Now remember, we've never denied that we're in servitude, because go to Romans chapter 9 and just go through the various qualities that we're meant to have there. One of them is to serve. That's one of our major qualities as the children of God. Yes, ma'am.
So this is where my mind went when you talked about Golgotha, which is the place of fall. So we know that is where crucified.
Yeah. Well, where they actually crucified him was where they actually crucified him was Golgotha, but
On that point, because that's not my point.
okay.
My point.
That's good because
Yeah.
I felt like I had to go and explain that too.
No, that's
But
not
anyway,
my
go
point.
ahead.
But the fact about the skull, this is how evil in the mindset of Esau, because their mascot is the skull.
Yeah.
So
Skull and
them
bone.
being the skull
Mhm.
is to me signifying, because they believe that they are God. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So to mock
Mhm.
Yahweh
Mhm.
Shai
Mhm.
by glorifying the skull.
Mhm. Well, remember this. When they crucified him, they couldn't crucify him in the city.
Right.
So imagine this, he had to walk with the cross, and by the way, it wasn't the whole cross. That's just movie and Catholic rhetoric. It was the transom. And so with that, he had to walk with that from the city to the city gates, from the city gates, miles outside, to a hill that was called Golgotha. Golgotha is named after Goliath. This is the hill where David couldn't bring his head into the city. Because it would have been a sin, for the want of a better word. And instead of defiling the city, he buried it at the hill of the Mount of Golgotha. Now, that hill where Yahushua also was crucified, that's deep, I can't go into it.
So when you said that,
And the reason why I say that, I don't mean to interrupt,
okay.
because it's such, again, remember what I said earlier, that none of these scriptures are here by happenstance or accident. There's every verse means something. If we were to do it verse by verse, because the truth is they're not really verse by. They've only broken it up that way in order for us to. But remember, the purposes of the original purpose of it was that the monks could memorize chapters in order that should the books ever be torn or destroyed or burned, because each monk, like a dozen or so monk, remembered the same chapter and verse, they could recite it out and rewrite the whole book. That's why, you see, when you see the movie with Denzel, what they call that movie again?
Why be walking blind?
The Book of Eli. Because of the book of, and again, people haven't even looked into how deep that movie was. And people haven't looked into the fact that Denzel played a lead role with what? The scriptures. I mean, as I said, if I was a teacher, oh my God, I would tear that thing up because he played, and by the way, he was blind to the whole movie.
Right.
Yeah, that really shocked me.
And a lot of people miss that.
Come on.
You see, I remember years ago when people talk about it. I said, "Well, you know he was blind." I went, "No, he wasn't blind."
Yeah, hey, go
I
back.
said, the man was blind. You see, and you miss out some of the scriptures. Anyway, that's another thing. I won't go into it.
Can I say one more?
Yes, of course you can.
It would be so prophetic, just like Yahweh, to have him, like David killed Goliath,
Mm-hmm.
couldn't bring the head in,
Mm-hmm.
but David through the Davidic covenant,
Mm-hmm.
and that covenant represents that, Yahweh Shai, that there will always be a king through that lineage, and that Yahweh Shai would die there.
Yes.
It would just be like him to put it, David,
Yeah.
and then his great,
Yes,
Yahweh
yes,
Shai in that place
Yes.
where he killed Goliath to
Yes.
become David.
Yes, it is deep, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Because see, you saying what you said, it would draw me back into that and to because it's deeper than you think, man. Deep. But, I won't go there because I've touched it before in times past, and it's a very what I call a delicious scripture because it's just full with knowledge and understanding. And that's one of them. That's why you see the whole death of Yahushua is bigger than what. See, we read it dry mouth, but it really is impactful. If you were to really dissect his death, and people say, "Well, you're making it all good." No, I'm not. I'm telling you it just straight. You will see. Ooh, there's some spirit in this thing. It was never designed not to be spiritual because it was done on the behalf of a spiritual people that he was claiming and ensuring. That death ensured the 1/3 and their position in the kingdom. It ensured them. That's what I'm going to say. All right, now. We're going to. I'm going to. As I said, had some notes, and people have made some suggestions, reminders, etc., in regards to the flat Earth situation. Well, the first thing that we need to be aware of is that the Earth is. It's not necessarily flat, but if we were to use something to give us an understanding, it would be like a pizza. Because around the pizza are some rigid edges, built up edges, keep everything in. Now, the earth is a lot bigger than what we have been told. For instance, Antarctica has never properly been explained, and they won't explain it. And by the way, Antarctica is a continent. It's huge. And there's more to that than what meets the eye. But just let's go to Genesis. Let's go to Genesis. Quickly run to Genesis. And I want us to begin Genesis chapter 1.
There.
And I want you to begin reading, if you please, Genesis chapter 1. We're going to have to read 1 to 19, really get it.
Yes, sir.
But I'm going to, you're going to have to read it. So go ahead and read Genesis chapter 1, 1 through to 19.
Yes, sir.
And you can speed it up a little bit. I'm just going to drop some things in and keep it moving, all right?
Yes, sir. I am Johanna. Sergeant Johanna, I'll be your reader for tonight. Genesis 1 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning, Yahweh created the heaven and the earth.
So we see that's Elohim. We know that is not necessarily dealing with one person, because when it's dealing with one person, the scripture will tell us this is, in all intents and purposes, this is Yahushua and the angel, right? Who also are considered to be gods according to certain scriptures. But let's read.
Verse 2. The earth was without form, and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep.
Upon the face of what?
The deep.
Go on.
And the spirit of Yahweh moved upon the face of the waters.
All right. So in that section here, it's dealing with again, where we get matter from, where we get space from, etc. Right. Keep going.
And God said, "Let there be light."
Let there be what?
Let there be light.
Why? Because this now deals with, it's a type of oneness, but in fact, it's dealing primarily with death. All right. So it's a death, right? A burial, darkness. Keep going.
And there was light.
Go on.
And Yahweh saw the light,
Go on.
that it was good. And Yahweh divided the light from the darkness.
All right, so there's now separation. Keep going.
And the Most High God called the light day, and the darkness he called night.
What the light that he called, the day that he called light, comes under the Hebrew word, which is yom. Yom, you'll find that 500 times throughout the scriptures. Keep going.
And the evening and the morning were the first day.
Where what?
The first day.
Quickly go to Psalms 19:5. Very quick. Very quick, sir.
Psalms 19.
No, 90, as in.
Oh, 90, I'm sorry.
0.
I'm sorry. 90 and 5. Thou carriest them away as with a flood. They are as asleep in the morning.
Go on.
They are like grass which groweth up.
All right, so read the next one.
In the morning it flourisheth and groweth up. In the evening it is cut down and withereth.
All right, so now that's giving you an idea of what you just read here. But keep going, read.
For we are consumed by time.
No, I want you to drop that.
Oh, okay.
Genesis.
Yes, sir.
I want you to read Genesis chapter 1 and 6.
Yes, sir. Genesis 1 and 6. And the Most High God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters.
Right, so here we're dealing, remember, we dealt with death. Now this is dealing with burial / heavenly. All right, because those, when they die, where do they end up? Yes. Yeah, but back to the Father, because the Spirit then goes back to where it came from, right? So let's go.
And the Most High God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so.
Go on.
And the Most High God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear, and it was so. And God called the day dry earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good.
All right.
And Yahweh said, let the earth bring forth grass.
Let it do what?
Bring forth grass.
Go on.
The herb yielding seed.
All right. So when we use the word let, what does that usually imply? That you'll see it throughout the scriptures. Let there be a firmament. Let the waters come forth. Let this, let that. Let the earth bring forth. What does it imply? Yes, sir. That these things already existed at one point or other. All right. Now, what I want you to understand is this. Save a little bit of time because I've got a bit of road ahead of us that I want to go through. Now remember that when the earth was created before the sun. Make a note of that. Easy to forget. And why do we say that the earth was created before the sun? Because there was no light, no darkness. So the sun came in second to the earth. Because later on we read that there were two great lights. A greater light to rule blah, and a lesser light to rule blah. Right?
That's right.
All right. Now, before, because I'm going to shoot ahead, I want you to drop where we are because I'm thinking about time. Go to chapter 2 and 1. Read it for me, please.
Genesis 2 and 1. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day, the Most High God ended his work which he had made. And he rested on the seventh day from all his work.
From what?
From all his work.
From all his what?
Work.
From all his work. Read.
Which he had made.
Which he had done what, sir?
He had made.
Forgive me for doing that. I'm being an echo because I want you to see that we have been duped by scientists and told a whole lot of garbage which many of us believe. It said, and on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had made,
Con.
and he rested on the seventh day.
Yes.
To be at rest. That means he took a Sabbath. That shows you how important rest and the Sabbath is.
Con.
Now, why is that so important? Because you've been taught. Look, I did physics for X amount of years. I had to. One of the things about physics that they keep trying to bludgeon into your mind is that the earth is forever expanding. The universe is forever expanding. Space is forever expanding. That's a lie. Because we read here where it said, and verse 1 said, thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them finished. Right?
Con.
And then at verse 7 said, and on the seventh day, Yahweh, Most High, ended his work. If things are still being expanded, it means then that he's not finished.
Con.
We've just read it.
Con.
And it's clear. Con? All right, drop that. Now go to Jeremiah chapter 38. Again, because of time, I would go more in, but time, I'm going to keep on saying that. Forgive me for being a stuck record.
There, sir.
Jeremiah chapter 38. No, slightly. Drop that. Go to Job. Go to Job. Job instead.
Yes, sir. There.
Right. Go to Job 38. Read, sir.
Job 38:1.
Uh-huh.
The Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind.
Out of where?
Out of the whirlwind, and said.
All right. Drop that. Read verse 4.
Job 38:4. Where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth?
See, so now it's giving you some clues that the earth itself sits upon foundations. A ball cannot sit on the foundation. Let's read on, sir.
Where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth?
Go on.
Declare if thou hast understanding.
If you what?
Hast understanding.
If you have understanding. Keep going.
Who has laid the measures thereof?
So there is a measure. Somebody knows the exact measurement. I've been told all this nonsense over the years. The earth is this and blah, blah, blah size and all this. You don't know because you've never been outside of the earth to know this. There's only been one true. In fact, let me see if I can find him. Bear with me just for a quick moment, if you please. I want to find the name of this gentleman because I want you to sit with me and look him up. Back in the 1920s, 1930s, he developed a steel ball that went up into the heavens and he looked back. And when he looked back, all he saw was flatness. I want to find the name of it. Bear with me. If I can't, then I'll just let it go. But when I give you this, hopefully it's something that you yourself can do your research and find that. And I really didn't want to give you references like this, but I felt moved to do that. If the Spirit will grant me favor and have it. That was a no challenge. Right. Okay. I will leave that for now. I know some of you are saying, no, all right. So yes, this gentleman, in fact, if you Google it, you will find the first man to go up into the heavens in a steel ball and use balloons. And it went all the way up there, and when he looked out, all he saw was flatness all the way around. His name escapes me right now. Now, having that understanding now, I want you to jump to verse 18 and read it. Remember, we just recognized that the earth can't be measured. Jump to 18.
Yes, sir. Job 38, 18.
Go on.
Hast thou perceived the breadth of the earth?
Hast thou perceived the
Breadth.
breadth of the earth? See? The word world is never used ever in the scriptures unless it's speaking about people, government, or nations. The word world is a white man's translation into calling the earth because it's a word it's more indicative of when you would use the word of ball. It works well. It works well. Use the word earth for a ball, it just doesn't come across the same way. Unless you're speaking about it as a flat, round pancake. So that's what we say. So he says, read it again, sir, please.
Job 38:18. Hast thou perceived the breadth of the earth?
Go on.
Declare if thou knowest it all.
So he's now throwing down a challenge. You tell me. Man, tell me. Which one of you can tell me? No one can tell it because nobody knows. They've never measured it. Make sense, everyone?
Makes sense.
Proverbs chapter 25 and 3. Let's go. 25 and 3, if you please.
Proverbs 25 and 3.
Let's read.
The heaven for height and the earth for depth.
Hold it. You notice the clues that is dropping on us right there? Name it and read it again, sir.
Proverbs 25 and 3.
Go ahead.
The heaven for height and the earth for depth.
And the earth for what?
Depth.
Depth. So now it's even telling you what each area represents for understanding. Yes, sir.
So it just gave us. This just gave us.
Correct. Because here, when you read it, so read.
Proverbs 25 and 3. The heaven for height and the earth for depth.
Go on.
And the heart of kings is unsearchable.
Unsearchable.
So deep.
On. Everybody good so far? Any questions thus far? All right, now let's prove the case. Go to Isaiah chapter 40.
Yes.
Isaiah chapter 40.
Yes, sir. There.
I want you to begin reading at verse 22.
Isaiah 40 and 22.
All right, slow it down as you read it, please.
It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth.
So the earth is a circle. Circle. Circle is how you form an O or a 0. So it says, it is he who does what?
Sitteth upon the circle of the earth.
Go on.
And the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers.
Go on.
That stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain.
Go on.
And spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in.
To do what?
A tent to dwell in.
To dwell in. Proverbs chapter 8 and 27. Run with me there.
We're there. Proverbs 8 and 27. When he prepared the heavens, I was there.
Go on.
When he set a compass upon the face of the depth.
A what?
Set a compass upon the face of the depth.
So he said he set a compass. Now the word compass here, when translated, means a circle. The compass is a circle primarily. That's how you measure out your north, east, west, and south. Whenever you look at a compass, you don't have a ball in your hand. You have a flat figure that's round. And it is attracted to magnifications of the earth. So it tells us, read it again, sir.
Verse 27, Proverbs 8:27. When he prepared the heavens, I was there.
Go on.
When he set a compass upon the face of the depth.
Upon the face of the depth, letting you know that when you hold the earth in your hand, the face of it looks up at you and your face looks back down at it. That's what it's telling you there, right? I'll make it any clearer than that. Job, let's quickly run back to Job again. Run back to Job for me again, please. Run back to Job 38. Run back to Job 38.
Verse 1, sir.
Job 38. I want you to read verse 13 and 14 together.
13. Yes. Job 38, 13, and 14. That it might take hold of the end of the earth.
At the what?
At the ends of the earth.
So if there are ends of the earth, you can't say that there are ends with a ball.
That's right.
You find the end of a ball. I'm trying to find the end of this thing here. It's continuous. So it has to be something that is that surface. Right?
God.
Let's read.
13. That it might take hold of the ends of the earth, that the wicked might be shaken out of it.
Out of where?
Shaken out of it.
That the wicked will be shaken out of it. Go on.
It is turned as clay to the seal.
Go on.
And they stand as a garment.
All right. Any questions so far? Everybody good? All right. So you sure you don't have any questions? All right. Let's go to this one. Let me see. Bear with me. Go to. Bear with me.
Yes, sir.
Bear with me. Samuel. Let's see. Right. Go to 2 Samuel for me, please.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Chapter 8.
There.
2 Samuel. Lucky. Samuel 22.
Oh, 2 Samuel 22, not
Yeah, it's me, so it's not you. 2 Samuel 22 and verse 8.
2 Samuel 22, 8. Then the earth shook and trembled.
What?
The earth shook and trembled.
And trembled. So the earth shook and the earth trembled. Is that right?
Con.
Go on.
The foundations of heaven moved.
So it has foundations too. And you notice a house, because it has a surface base, sits on foundations, right? Buildings likewise. No ball there. So here, read it again, sir.
2 Samuel 22 and 8. Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundations of heaven moved and shook, because he was wroth.
Because he was what?
Wroth.
Because he was wroth. All right. Let's introduce the 7 angels. Go to Revelations chapter 8 and verse 2. Revelations chapter 8 and verse 2.
Revelations verse 8 and 2. And I saw the 7 angels which stood before Yahweh, and to them were given 7 trumpets.
Go on.
And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all the saints.
The prayers of who?
All saints.
So now it lets us know that the prayers of the saints, those who are faithful, are collective. I wonder if your prayers are in that. If you're not praying, then I'll be anything stored with your name on it. Read.
Should offer it with prayers of all saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne.
Read.
And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints.
Prayers of the saints. You need to underline whenever you see that. Underline the prayers of the saints. Letting you know your prayers are not a short thing. You say, well, what's that going to do with the earth? Has everything. Because your prayers, when we are known or we understand that prayer changes things. whilst we are down here, our prayer has power to change things. Finish it, sir.
Ascended up, I'll start over. And the smoke of the incense which came with prayers of the saints ascended up before the Most High God out of the angel's hand.
Out of the angel's hand.
Con.
All right. Can you finish there, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm at verse 4.
All right. All right. Drop that for me now and run, if you please, back to Isaiah 13 and 13.
13.
Isaiah 13 and 30. And the reason why I'm kind of moving this quickly because I want to try and give to you as many scriptures as possible to show you that this understanding was not foreign to our forebears. They knew it, that they never traveled in a plane. But they understood the physicality of the earth. They understood it. Read, sir.
Isaiah 13 and 13. Therefore, I will shake the heavens.
I will shake the heavens, go on.
And the earth.
And what?
And the earth.
And the earth, go on.
Shall remove out of her place.
Out of her place. Now remember, when it makes that statement, move out of her place, it's a warning to us that as you knew and saw the earth will become something different when it is moved. So what and where you knew certain things to be, in the new age of the King of glory, and he sits on the throne, the earth will not be the same. For Esau to say, well, there's it's not there no more. Oh, we used to go through, we can't go through there no more. Because to take away any references of him feeling like he still has some kingship over this earth. But the Most High is going to move things drop some mountains down and raise up some things that what we once knew to be, we different. Roads that you felt like you made inroads into that, not his will. We'll dump that thing. Khan? All right. So that makes that very clear to us, Khan. All right. So did you finish it, sir?
No, I didn't, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay. Therefore, I will shake the heavens and the earth.
Read.
Shall remove out of her place, and the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger.
See, so it is his anger here that's going to change things around. Revelations chapter 6, beginning at 12. Revelations chapter 6, beginning at 12.
Revelation 6 and 12. And the Lord have removed men far away, and there be a great forsaken in the midst of the land.
Read it again.
Isaiah 6 and 12.
No.
And the Revelation 6. Revelations 6 and 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake.
A what?
A great earthquake.
And notice when this is all taking place, and the seals are being opened. So changes are going to be happening long before Yahweh gets here. Read now, read.
And the sun became black as a sackcloth of hair.
Go on.
And the moon became as blood.
As blood. Read.
And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth.
Now, when he uses the word stars, it's twofold. Stars can mean the satellites from which they watch nations with, but also it means rulership have been cast down. All right? Rulership have been cast down. Read.
And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth.
Even as what?
A fig tree
Go on.
casteth her untimely figs.
Her untimely figs.
Con.
Now, that's now speaking primarily of nations that are going to be destroyed.
Con.
Understand?
When she is shaken of a mighty wind.
Shaken of a mighty wind. All right, let's go to First Chronicles chapter 16. First Chronicles chapter 16.
There.
And we are going to read, please, verse 30.
First Chronicles 16:30. Fear before him all the earth, the world also shall be stable, that it be not moved.
Read it again.
First Chronicles 16:30. Fear before him all the earth of the world also shall be stable, that it be not moved.
That it be not moved. So here's the thing that we have to also be aware of. And they keep telling you that the earth is dying, or the earth is going through this, and the earth is going through that. That's also a lie. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof. So all of what they're saying has been designed to discombobulate the way that you think and you see things. And it's easily done because a lot of our people have not traveled to certain parts of the earth to see. Psalms 33 and 9. Psalms 33, and I'll ask you some questions in a moment.
Psalms 33:9.
Listen up.
For he spake, and it was done.
So he commanded it, and it happened. Go on.
He commanded, and it stood fast.
And stood fast. So how is man going to change the word of God? How are they going to tell you that this is happening and that is happening, like they had some control over it? We know that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. We know the wicked run it right now. We know this. We know that the prince of the power of the air, that's their God and the one that they pray to. But you have to keep this in mind, that nothing happens unless it's part of the will of the Most High God. All right. So with that in mind, still stay in Psalms. Run to 93 and 1. Psalm 93.
Psalms 93 and 1.
Let's read.
The Lord reigneth. He is clothed with majesty. The Lord is clothed with strength, wherewith he has girded himself.
Wherewith he's done what?
Girded himself.
He has girded himself. Beautiful. Read it again, sir.
Psalms 93 and 1. The Lord reigneth. He is clothed with majesty.
Read.
The Lord is clothed with strength, wherewith he has girded himself. The world also established, that it cannot be moved.
Right. So the world that cannot be moved. Now, which one is he speaking about? We know that the word world has more than one meaning. Which word is he speaking of? Yes, sir.
World of Israel.
All right. Let's quickly show you something there once we're there. Go to Job. Where do we go to prove that a verse has more than one meaning? Where do we go? Anyone? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? All right, so a couple of people have to know where it is. Where do we go? Pages are still turning. All right. Job chapter 11. And let's begin, if you please, at verse 6.
Job 11 and 6. And that he would show the secrets of wisdom.
Show what?
The secrets of wisdom.
Secrets of wisdom. Go on.
that they are double.
That they what?
They are double.
They have more than one understanding or meaning. Right? So this is why you can't read something and think that's the only thing it stood or stands for. It also has other variants to it. On? Finish it.
That they are double to that which is.
Which is?
Know therefore that the Most High.
Let's drop that. Okay. Because of time. Let's
Yes.
drop that. I want you now again. Where did we just finish? Remind me. All right, let's go to Psalms 119. Psalms 119.
Yes, sir.
This
There.
will be easy for everyone. And we're going to begin at verse 18. Verse 89.
Psalms 119, 89. Forever, O Lord, thy word is settled in heaven.
So the word of the Most High God is settled where?
In heaven.
In heaven.
Con.
All right. And then what else does it say?
Thy faithfulness is unto all generations.
Which is unto some generation.
All generations.
All generations. Continue.
Thou hast established the earth, and it abideth.
And the earth abides.
Con.
So the earth is not going anywhere. So whatever they've told you in the news feeds, don't believe it. Do you trust man more than you do the Almighty? Isaiah chapter 14. Isaiah chapter 14.
Isaiah 14.
And let's read verse 7.
Verse 7. The whole earth is at rest.
Is where?
Is at rest.
Read on.
And is quiet.
Go on.
They break forth into singing.
So that's speaking of a time that will come. That all of the mishandling, misuse of the earth will change. So the earth finally now be able to go into a Sabbath, time of rest. Remember, the wicked does not believe in rest. That's why they work the slaves from sunup to sundown. That's why they've never allowed the land to rest, not one time. They just work it. And the land is meant to, after every 7 years, go into Sabbath and rest. And the food that we've accumulated is meant to last us over the period that the land is rest. See, Esau doesn't believe in it. All right. Where are we? Isaiah, right?
Yes, Isaiah 30.
Still stay there. Go to 45.
Isaiah 45. There.
And begin reading, if you please, at verse 18.
Isaiah 45, 18. For thus said the Lord that created the heavens.
Read.
The Most High God himself that formed the earth.
So it says that he formed the earth. Read.
And made it.
Read.
He has established it. He created it not in vain.
Go on.
He formed it to be inhabited. I am the Lord, and there is none else.
And there is none else.
Con.
Read on.
I have not spoken in secret in a dark place of the earth.
Read.
I said not unto the seed of Jacob,
Go on.
seek ye me in vain.
Read.
I, the Lord, speak righteousness.
Go on.
I declare things that are right.
That are what?
That are right.
That are right. Okay. Zechariah. Zechariah 1 and 11. And I'm going to just do just a few more verses, then I'm going to. I was going to take some questions, but I'm going to.
Zechariah 1 and 11. So the angel that communed with me said unto me, Cry thou, saying, Thus said the Lord of hosts, I am jealous for Jerusalem,
For who?
Jerusalem, and for Zion with a great jealousy.
All right. What are you reading, sir?
I'm reading Zechariah 1, 11. I'm sorry, sir. I'll read 14. Salaki. Zechariah.
I mean, and you nearly came with some arrogance there.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that, sir.
See, the things that sometimes the teacher has to suffer.
Zechariah 1.
Let me finish.
Oh, I thought you finished, sir.
I'm not done with you yet. This is why it pays to be humble, sir. Some humility is good. Humility is good. We all have to be humble. And it's challenging once we're still in the suit. Or to try our best not to let the suit overcome us, but let our spirit overcome the suit, right? Or the flesh.
Sorry, it wasn't meant to be said.
Well, I wasn't the only one sitting here, so everybody else felt it at the same time as I did, huh? All right, so let's go. Let's read, if you please.
Zechariah 1 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
And they answered the angel of the Lord that stood among the myrtle trees.
Go on.
And said, we have walked to and fro through the earth.
Through where?
Through the earth.
Go on.
And behold, all the earth sitteth still.
Sits where?
Sitteth still.
Go on.
And is at rest.
It is at rest. All right. We'll stop there for the time being. There's more that I want to cover because I want to prove to you that there is earth actually sits on pillars and does not hang on nothing. I want to also prove as well that the earth has a face. Scripture lets us know that. And lets us know also that the sky also has a face. So there's a number of things that I want to try and explain and open up to your understanding. Right? So we'll leave that for now. Any questions from anyone at this? No questions? Yes, sir.
Not off topic. I guess it's weird when it goes in. But we went through this. I was reading Psalm 48, verse 5 and verse 8. Both stuck out to me. Because I love them.
Psalms 148, verse 5.
Read.
Let them praise the name of the Most High Lord.
Come on.
For he commanded, and they were created. He has also established them forever and ever. He has made a decree which shall not pass.
Right.
Verse 8. Fire and hail, snow, and vapors, stormy winds fulfilling his word.
So when I read that, I obviously this scripture, I read fire and hell and all the elements. That's his angel.
Mm-hmm.
So verse 5, he commanded, created. Verse 8 stuck out to me. Filling of the word, if he commanded them to do it.
Yep.
These plus Yahweh was the angel.
Because the same angels that created the earth in the beginning are the same angels who are still in operation right this very minute and now. They have not ceased. They have not changed. They're not all of a sudden become nothing. They're in full operation. And there's a lot more to that than what meets the eye. All right. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the earth is on the foundation of the flat circle. So does that mean that like when I go out to walk and I go to bed and I see this over here, but when I'm going out, I see it on this side. So does that mean that the sun is going around?
Yes.
The earth, if you will?
They are cycling.
So they're cycling, but not actually turning at 100 billion a second.
No, that's all scientific garbage.
That's what I'm saying.
They pump that message to me.
That's the difference.
Because they say that the earth is spinning.
Right.
The reason why that's never sat well with me, because when I used to do physics, we also used to do things like try and simulate how can a ball spin and the waters stay flat. What the waters do, water is designed to take on the shape of its prism. Whatever the prism is, that's what the water takes on. You see, we are water, but there's more of us as water than anything else. And so what does the water do? The water fills every appendage and extremity of our bodies, because that's what the water does. If you spin it, it goes off. And here's the thing. If I was to go into a bowl that span, it would soon force me to a side, and the harder it spins, all my substances begin to leave my body. My blood will begin to come through my pores. See? Any sweat that I have would begin to come out because of the pressure. See? That's what we understand when the scripture says that when Yahushua would pray, both blood and water expired from it. That's the pressure that he was under. So imagine then the rubbish that we're taught about a globe spinning with water inside and everything. It's a nonsense, man. It's a nonsense. It's a flat pancake that spins and sorry, it's lucky eye. It's a flat pancake that is still and everything else spins around it. See? The sun spins around it, the moon spins around it, and so forth. But the earth itself does not move. But it's on a foundation, it's on pillars, and it holds fast. And the scripture that we just read proved all of that. All right. Any other? That we will use that maybe next week to explain some things, because even that has some lies that's in it. Because Sheol is not what that is not a true representation. This is Christianity to some degree. All right. Any other questions anyone has? None? All right. Well, we thank the Most High that the teaching had been edifying to you. We hope that you continue to be uplifted by this. I know for some, for the first time hearing this, is going to knock you out. And you're going to turn around and say, I don't believe that. That's okay. That's fine. I'm not here to force it down your throat. I'm here just to teach. Whether you receive it or not, it's down to the Spirit. If you don't receive it, it's because the Most High God does not want you to receive it. Therefore, there are other things He don't want you for too. But in the main, He's given us understanding, not to be taken up by every whimsical of doctrine that men come up with. All right, on behalf of myself and the family here, we hope that you will like, subscribe, and share. Give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the teaching. And if there's any other subject matter you would like to receive teaching on, please send in as many of you have done what you would like. And we would obviously create a lesson around it, bring out some understanding. For all our brothers over in Europe, brothers in Africa, and our brothers here in America, we say, Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.